Good morning. So this video is about when we first set up here on Sunday morning. So for those unfamiliar, on the right side by the lectern here, that's hard to see, but there's a light switch right there, which does that light up there. And over on this side of the stage, there's another light switch with that light up there, which is right here. I know that's hard to see, but it's the first one. Then to turn on the computer, you have to turn on the screens independently. So there's that screen and this screen. With those two, it doesn't matter too much if they're on or off before you start the system. But this one in particular, see how there's an orange light in the corner? So that orange light means that this bar by the drums has been turned on. It's asleep, and because the HDMIs all share the same channel, it doesn't wake up very well and I can't turn it off. So if we push that power bar there to turn on the 2 amps, that also turns on the computer box, which is in there. You shouldn't need to touch that, and just so you know, I think it's the power cord here, is a little bit finicky. So that's partly why it's mounted in there, so we don't need to touch that. It's either the power or the HDMI. One of them is finicky, but we don't need to touch it. You'll notice there's a hum as I turned on those amps. Don't freak out, that just means that the soundboard is not on yet. And once we turn on the soundboard, the conditioning on that will get rid of that hum. So we've turned that on, so you can see over here the TV just says HDMI input 4, but doesn't really do anything. See, it keeps flickering, so HDMI 4. And so the reason for that is because this silly screen over here, and it will also do that, by the way, if you leave the system for a long time. I think it goes to sleep too, which I suppose I could turn off. But anyway, if it happens, just turn this off, turn it back on, make sure it's blue, and then poof, our woes should go away. And you can see the other one's already loading up. And this one here, there you go. So the system's loading. And there's that one there. Okay? So yeah, so there's a power bar there. There's a power bar over here by the drums. Then the last power bar is over here. So that just goes out. There's some stuffed electric guitars here. And then there's the in-ear interface over there. So those are all the power bars. The TV, I guess, was already on when I started this, so the button is just right here. And I think that's it. One other note, this number 8 speaker down here is not monitor send number 8. It is the identical send as that one up there. And it's just to give some volume to the front, because that main speaker doesn't hit until about the 4th pew. And so if you were sitting here, for example, all you would hear is just sound from behind you. So that's why that one's there. It's not perfect, but it's certainly better than it was. So even though that says 8, it's in the input where the monitor number 8 send used to be, over here. But it is in fact not monitor send number 8. Monitor send number 7 is still active, and 9 as well, it looks like, but Ernie also is taking up one of those things on a send, and as well you won't see any configuration for that on the board, because that is simply an individual send where the volume is not meant to be adjusted. He can adjust it manually on there, so you won't see anything on the board for that either. So there's only 2 monitor sends now, and I think that's pretty much everything you need to know about the front. So obviously this is the other place where the microphone stuff comes out, which we might move, but it just goes up and over. Yeah, I think that's it. Enjoy.